Hello everyone, Dr. Anthony Perkins here, your 2020 CDC Keynote speaker. It's an honor. Thank you for having me. My message today is nail it. Again, nail it. One more time, nail it. Why did I repeat myself 3 times? That's called the power of 3. When you hear and see things 3 times or more, it starts to stick up here. So today we're going to talk about, again, nailing it. I'm going to start with a story, but before I do that, I encourage you to listen first to this video, and then the second time listen to it again. However, take notes and then implement everything you learned immediately, or else you're going to lose it. So here we go. Chapter 1. I was walking down the street. There's a hole in the street. I fell in the hole. It wasn't my fault. It took me a long time to get out of the hole. Chapter 2. I was walking down the street. There's a hole in the street. I fell in the hole again. It was my fault. It took me a long time to get out of the hole. Chapter 3, I was walking down the street. There's a hole in the street. I walked around the hole. In the final chapter, chapter 4, I chose to walk down a different street. Now my question to you is this: how come 95% of people never get to chapter 4? Now I wish this was interactive so I can hear your answers. There's many right answers. And one of the right answers is they don't nail it in their thinking. They don't grab the bull by the horn. They don't have that discipline, that conviction, that focus. So let's talk about nail it. I'm not going to recommend anything to you today. I'm not going to challenge you today. I'm going to push you off your cliff and force you to soar to new heights when it comes to nailing it. I'm asking you to nail it with your networking. Networking is reaching out to people in your personal and professional lives. So nail it when it comes to networking. I want you to think of a fisherman throwing out a net. And when he throws out one net, he only catches so many fish. I'm going to ask you to throw out 10 nets so you can catch many fish. And those fish represent opportunities. So nail it with your networking by throwing out as many nets as possible so you can get back as many opportunities as possible. Nail it also with your relationships. I did some homework on happiness, and what makes the human spirit so happy, or at its highest level, is positive relationships with family, friends, and co-workers. So nail it with your relationships. Think about that. Also nail it with your time. Time is so valuable. It's the most valuable commodity we have. We can lose money and make that up. However, we cannot make up time. So stop wasting your valuable time on negative things, negative thinking, and use your time for positive, productive things. Then lastly, nail it with your thinking. You can't think negative and have a positive life. So say positive affirmations every day. Positive affirmations are positive thoughts, positive statements. I can, I will, achieve, overcome, etc. All right, let's review this. Nail it. Again, I'm not challenging you. I'm not recommending that you do this stuff. I'm pushing you off your cliff and forcing you to soar high in these areas. So nail it with your networking. Throw out many nets. Nail it with your relationships. Positive relationships with family, friends, and co-workers. Nail it with your valuable time. Be productive and positive. And nail it with your thinking. Thinking positive so you live a positive life. Okay, let me transition to a model that you can use the rest of your life, because I not only like to talk, I love to teach. So here we go. This is called the got, want, gap model. You can insert any situation, any problem into this model and come up with an answer so you can solve the problem, solve the situation. You start with the got part, but let me set it up first. Our goal is to obtain a college degree, so that's what I'm inserting into this model. And we start with got, and you list your positives, what you got, and your negatives, what you don't got. And you have to be brutally honest in this area for the rest of this to work, so be honest. So, you guys are high schoolers for the most part, so you're almost getting your high school diploma, so you will have it real soon. That's a positive. You have the desire for postgraduate studies, another positive. I just listed 2, you can list many more. And then you go over to your negatives. Some of you will say, I don't have enough money to obtain my college degree. I don't have a car to get to the university, and then you can list all your other negatives. Again, being brutally honest. Then you skip up from your got to what you want and list all the positives only. I want a college degree so I can have a great career, etc., etc. I just listed 2 for this example. And then you go to your gap. That's why it's called the got, want, gap model. Now you're going to list the steps to get to your wants. Typically, this is over here, but I ran out of space, so I just moved it over here, and that's okay. So, some of you said, I don't have a car. So, one of the solutions can be go to online schooling. All the universities, all the colleges have online classes. Some of you said, I don't have enough money. A cheaper or more inexpensive way to obtain a college degree is start at a 2-year community college, transition to or transfer to a university to complete your degree. So that's how you can conquer these things. Online schooling, and then go start at a community college, and that's okay. And then attitude. Attitude is everything. Do you have the drive, the will, the conviction again to make all of this happen? It's an attitude. Then lastly, focus, focus, focus. There are going to be many barriers in your way as you go through this process, but can you break through those limitations, those barriers, those walls? You got to stay focused. So again, the got, want, and then fill in the gap to get your want model. Use this the rest of your life. You can insert anything into this model to have a solution. All right, you have information, you have a model. Now, are you going to say, one day I'm going to do this? Or are you going to say, today is day 1? Now is your time to nail it.